packed house here at Bayfront Park in Miami, Florida, as day 2 of Wodapalooza continues. The third and final heat of event number 3 for the elite men's teams is up next. Thank you so much for being with us, everybody. Sean Woodland with Tommy Marquez, Jamie Hagia down on the competition floor. Here are your overall standings after 2 events. The boys, the trio of Noah Olson, Travis Mayer, and Chandler Smith, they have a 6-point lead over the Thunder from Down Under. Invictus sits in 3rd. Rich Froning and Mayhem in Paradise had a stumble last night, a 17th in event number 2. They are in 7th, 45 points out. Heavy barbells finally being rolled out onto the floor for the teams.
Yep, and it's going to start at 275 and work up to 315. 3 cookies on each side. The reps go 9, 6, 3 in descending order of hang cleans, front squats, shoulder to overhead. You get to pick your poison here and split the reps however you like.
13 teams will be on the floor here. Overall leaders will be in the middle. Rich Froning and Luke Parker and Angelo DeChico will be in lane number 10. The boys will be working out of lane number 7. And a team with a couple of guys who just love a heavy barbell will be in lane number 3, which will be lane 13 on the floor. That's Team Hercules.
Yeah, a trio of individual games athletes: Roy Gamboa, Travis Williams, Logan Collins. They're going to make some noise, I think, here. Roy Gamboa, he can power snatch 300 pounds. So I think hang power cleaning, some of these early barbells might be smooth for him. And then when you need someone to go just full crazy mode, Travis Williams is your man.
And you mentioned this on the pre-show, but Mayhem in Paradise, they love this kind of training.
Yeah, they do a lot of shared barbell work for lifting sessions, you know, bro sessions, if you will, a little you go, I go. Interesting that Rich is hang squat cleaning from the get-go. Maybe he's using this as a warm-up for that final barbell, knowing that he's gonna have to pull under anyway, so just loosen up the legs just a tad.
Froning gets through a handful of those 9 repetitions at the 275-pound bar. The time to beat is from heat number 1 from Mook Performance, 4:44.95 seconds. No one even got close to that in heat number 2 as you look at Noah Olson working on the front squats.
Impressive to see Noah working through this, because, you know, one of the keys to performance here is, you know, you don't have to share everything evenly. You can split it up however you want. So, you know, lean into people's strengths here. Let them choose where they're going to be most successful and go with it. And you know what? Don't sweat the technique. You know what? You should sweat the technique, because we've seen some athletes have to transition from various techniques in the hang clean and the shoulder to overhead, and being able to make that transition to, you know, maybe a split jerk instead of a push jerk is going to be very important.
Noah Olson and the boys, they have just 2 reps remaining here on the shoulder to overhead at 275. Then they will move on to the 295-pound barbell. And Hercules moving as well. And Roy Gamboa got to work just before Travis Mayer. So your leaders, Hercules and the boys. 6 reps of each movement here, and Travis Mayer looks like he's going to do all 6 hang cleans by himself. There's Logan Collins at 295. Bottom right, Noah Olson onto the front squats.
Nice transition from Logan. You saw him do the first hang clean, had a little bit of a stanky leg there, didn't quite stabilize it as well as he would have liked, and immediately switches into the hang squat clean and is able to get through it and get into those front squats.
Team Hercules 8th place overall coming into this event as Travis Williams now takes over on the front squats at 295. Their best finish was a tie for 7th in the opening event. Then they had an 11th place finish in event number 2.
Easy work with the shoulder to overhead with Travis Williams. Able to maintain push jerks the entire time, even catching on the rebound on a few. And a good transition into the split.
And the boys have moved on to 315. Travis Mayer onto that. Here's Roy Gamboa. Those are the only 2 teams on the final barbell. And Mayer has gotten through the 3 hang cleans, and now it's through 2 front squats. And he's going to do 6 of the 9 total reps in this round. Here comes Noah Olson, just has to knock out 3 shoulder to overheads. 4 minutes, 44.95 seconds. Take a look at Noah's heart rate. He's wearing one of those Whoop straps just at 118.
Nice and steady. He's been able to, maximize the rest in between sets, keep that heart rate low, and dial in the shoulder to overhead.
1 rep down for Olson. Travis Williams, meanwhile, is on the front squats for Hercules. They're trying to catch up to the boys. Here comes Chandler Smith. That's the second one for the boys. And that's rep number 3, and another event win for Noah Olson, Chandler Smith, and Travis Mayer.
Only 1 more rep for Hurt.
Gamboa cannot lock that one out. Thunder from down under, they're also on the final barbell. As are a couple of other teams as well, so Hercules starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here. They can still finish second in this event if they can lock out one of these shoulder to overheads. Now back to Williams. And we have another team that has come across. I believe that was 2.5 men, the spelling version of it. We have 2 teams with that name. So they're going to take second in the event. Mook Performance now drops to 3rd. Gamboa has it, he's in, and right next to them was Sam Sorella-Man. And we'll have to see who won that race.
And again, it all came down to that last jerk. Roy Gamboa was able to knock out the first 2, struggled on the 3rd, and then we had failed attempts by both Travis Williams.
This is the other 2.5 men team. That's Willie George.
That looks like the French Gowad team. Interesting choice of headwear. I think sticking to their Parisian roots.
Yes, this is the French Gowad team. Willie George, Lucas Weze, and Alexander Pinsol, and they are in. And yeah, going with some interesting attire.
Well, good to see Willie George be able to handle that shoulder to overhead coming off of a major shoulder surgery sitting out last year. Josh Alchama from the Invictus team. The plan was for him to handle most of this final barbell. Beautiful technique on the split jerk.
And they are in as Alchama hits that last shoulder to overhead. 8-minute time cap here. Most of the times in this heat will be in the top 10 of the event. Now, Mayhem and Paradise once again finding themselves towards the back of the pack in their heat. They were 7th place overall coming in, 45 points out of 1st place. That deficit may now increase. And DeChico cannot lock that one out.
Really surprising to see them struggle here. Most of these athletes on any given day can make quick work of this. Mayhem just last week, when this workout was announced, posted a video of them working through this, doing some of the shoulder overhead as well. And clearly the fatigue from the first 2 events, maybe from the week so far, starting to catch up, and they just haven't been able to get through this final barbell.
Here's Luke Parker as more teams are finishing and taking points away from Mayhem and Paradise. So 1 remaining. Parker's going to make another go, and he will hit it. So Mayhem and Paradise is across, but not the result they were looking for here.
Yeah, just an uncharacteristic performance. Even seeing Rich fail at that 315 barbell.
The training culture is in the black tops. And they're trying to sneak in inside the time cap here, and they will do it.
I gotta say, you can see in the background the French Gowad team. I absolutely love their outfit. Lean into your culture, man.
Chandler Smith, Travis Mayer, and Noah Olson picking up their 2nd straight event win. They have yet to finish lower than 2nd And they are on a tear right now.
And the question was, coming into this heat, was someone going to be able to beat Mook's performance that held up from the very first heat of this event? And you know, Chandler Smith, the crew from the boys, getting together, making quick work of the early barbell, no problem there. Herc moved up into the front. Hercules, Logan Collins, Travis Williams, Roy Gamboa looked like they might be able to steal the heat. But then the buzzsaw that is Chandler Smith. And Travis Mayer actually did a good portion of the work on that final barbell. Chandler able to close the door with those final few jerks, and it's another event when you can see them fired up.
The boys at 3:47.37 seconds, the only team to go sub 4 minutes. They pick up another event win, earn 100 points. 2.5 men will finish in second. Team Hercules just sneaking in ahead of Mook Performance's top time to take third in the event, as did Sam Sorella-Man. Jamie Hagia is with Travis Mayer, Chandler Smith, and Noah Olson.
That's right. Noah, this was a repeat. We have seen this complex here before. What were your thoughts when this workout was announced?
You know, especially, I just want to get those out of the way. Man, honestly, we were probably the most nervous about this workout of the ones that we've done so far, but we are such a good team just from a bonding perspective. I was doubting myself a lot in the back, and both of these guys were like, hey, you are stronger than you think, you got this, and they were right. We ended up surprising ourselves, and it was awesome.
Chandler, saying that you guys were nervous coming into this, how did you guys decide to break up the reps?
So we had a plan going in, but there's the old Mike Tyson quote about everybody having a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And the 295 shoulder overhead punched me in the mouth, so it was cool. We knew we could rely on Travis. He's the strongest guy in the group, but Noah came in and did some more work on the 315, and that allowed us to get through kind of when the plan went off. So it was a combination of having a plan going in and then just trusting that the guys around you were able to fill in whenever you couldn't step up.
Travis, on that final barbell at 315, you did all 3 hang cleans and all 3 front squats. How did that feel?
Oh, it felt great. You know, the adrenaline, the excitement of the crowd, everybody cheering. Like, you're in the back warming up, and you're like, man, this feels heavy. But when you're out here and you hear this is worth it. This is what makes it fun. So that's what got me through. So thank all of you guys for cheering us on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.